close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath and allow this pause to bring clarity. Now open your eyes and pay attention, because what you're about to learn could transform your life forever. There is a belief system so powerful that it can materialize your dreams in just 3 days. Yes, 3 days. And before you ask if that's even possible, let me invite you to imagine. What if it is? What if everything you've ever wanted could be yours simply by believing it already is? This isn't magic or a trick. It's the incredible power of your mind. And today, I'm going to show you how to harness it. Before we dive into a method so powerful that it can transform your reality in just 3 days, let me ask you a question. What do you truly desire for your life? In this video, you'll discover how to align your energy to attract exactly what you dream of, and, most importantly, why most people fail in this process. But before we continue, take a moment to subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss any content that could change the way you live. Now, let's begin. For years, I've studied human consciousness, the quantum field, and how our thoughts influence reality. I've witnessed people overcoming chronic illnesses, creating abundance out of nowhere, and finding love after losing all hope. What do all these stories have in common? They use the exact method I'm about to share with you. It all begins with a simple yet profound idea. Your thoughts create your reality. Every thought you have is like an order sent out to the universe, a request placed at a cosmic restaurant. The problem is that most people keep placing the same order over and over: fears, limitations, worries. And what do they receive? More of the same. But you're different. You're here because you're ready for something new. You're ready to place a different order. You're ready to create the life you've always dreamed of. The first step is visualization. To materialize your desires, you need to see the outcome with absolute clarity, as if you're already living it. It's not enough to vaguely imagine or daydream. You need to create a vivid, detailed picture that engages all your senses. For example, if what you want is a new car, don't just picture it. Hear the engine hum, feel the texture of the steering wheel in your hands, and take in that unmistakable new car smell. Make it so real in your mind that your brain can't distinguish between the visualization and reality. But here's the secret. It's not enough to visualize it once and forget about it. This needs to become part of your daily routine, like brushing your teeth or eating breakfast. The more you repeat this exercise, the stronger the signal you send to the universe. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I've tried visualization before and it didn't work. I understand. Visualization alone isn't enough. What truly makes the difference is pairing it with a powerful emotional state. Your thoughts send the signal, but your emotions amplify it. Think of a moment when you were deeply happy or passionately in love. Do you remember how those emotions took over your entire body? That's exactly the state you need to recreate when visualizing your goals. Feel the joy, gratitude, and excitement of already having achieved what you desire. This feeling is crucial because your body needs to believe it's real, and that's when the magic begins to happen. Most people fail to manifest their desires because even after visualizing what they want and feeling a glimmer of hope, they return to their habitual lives. They fall back into the same patterns, let doubts creep into their thoughts, and start questioning exactly how it will all happen. Here's the problem. When you focus on your current circumstances and allow them to dictate your emotions, you revert to your old vibrational state, the very one that created the reality you're trying to change. If you want different results, you need to live differently. This is where a fundamental concept comes in: living from the end. What does this mean? It means thinking, feeling, and acting as if you already have what you desire. And no, this isn't about pretending or fooling yourself. It's about aligning your energy with what you want to create. If your goal is financial abundance, start feeling gratitude for the money you already have, no matter how little it may seem. Treat your finances as if you're already on the path to prosperity. If you're striving for perfect health, begin treating your body as if it's already fully healed. Be thankful for every small improvement. And if you desire a loving relationship, cultivate love in everything you do, in your friendships, your daily interactions, and even in how you speak to yourself. When you embrace this state of living as if the outcome were already real, you become a magnet for the reality you desire. This is because the universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you are. Think about it. Your current actions, thoughts, and emotions are emitting a frequency, and that frequency is attracting experiences that resonate on the same level. So if you want to change what you attract, you need to change what you emit. You might be wondering, but how can I live as if everything is perfect when my current life is full of problems? That's a valid question. I'm not asking you to ignore your challenges or deny reality. I'm asking you to consciously choose which reality you want to focus on. Imagine your life is like a radio. There are infinite stations available, each playing a different song. One station might be broadcasting scarcity, another prosperity. One might be filled with sadness, another with joy. You don't need to create these stations. They already exist. Your only responsibility is to adjust the dial and tune into the station that reflects the reality you want to experience. How do you do this? Through belief. And not just any belief, but a deep, unwavering conviction that what you desire is not only possible, but inevitable. This isn't superficial faith or fleeting positive thinking. It's a certainty so profound that you can feel it in every cell of your body. But building this kind of belief requires practice and persistence. Each time you visualize your goal with clarity, each time you feel the emotions of already achieving it, each time you act as if it's already real, you're strengthening that belief. It's like carving a new path through a dense forest. At first, it's challenging. The path is full of obstacles, but the more you walk it, the clearer and easier it becomes. In the same way, you're literally reprogramming your brain and creating new thought patterns that support the reality you desire. However, there's something you need to know. Your old patterns will try to pull you back. That's natural. Your brain is wired to keep you safe, and to your brain, safety means familiarity. When you begin to change, your brain interprets it as a risk because it doesn't recognize the new as safe. That's why you might sometimes feel discomfort, anxiety, or even fear when trying to shift your thoughts and beliefs. And this is where most people give up. They hit that wall of discomfort and retreat to their comfort zone. But here's what you need to understand. That discomfort is a sign of progress. It means you're stepping out of the old and into the new. It's like walking through a narrow door that leads to a bigger, freer space. If you resist the urge to turn back and push through, you'll discover that on the other side of that discomfort lies everything you've ever wanted. It's no coincidence that all the great transformations in human history began with someone believing in the impossible. Think of the Wright brothers, who believed humans could fly at a time when the idea seemed absurd. Think of Martin Luther King, who dreamed of equality in a deeply divided world. These visions weren't fantasies, they were deeply felt realities supported by unwavering beliefs, and those beliefs changed the world. You have that same power within you. You can change your world, you can create your reality, but you must be willing to step out of your comfort zone, to think differently, to feel differently, and to act differently. Now that you understand the importance of aligning your energy with your desires, let's dive into how to solidify this state of manifestation. It all begins with consistency. It's not enough to believe once, visualize for a few minutes, and hope for magic to happen. True transformation requires daily commitment. Imagine you're planting a seed. For it to grow, you need to water it regularly, give it light, and nurture the soil. The same applies to your desires. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions are the daily care that will allow your intentions to flourish. This is where one of the most fascinating concepts comes in, the power of 3 days. 3 days is the amount of time it takes to begin reprogramming your brain so that it accepts a new pattern as real. During this period, your mind starts to adapt to the idea that what you desire is already yours. And when you commit to fully embodying this energy for 3 consecutive days, something remarkable happens. You begin to notice subtle changes around you. Small signs, coincidences that seem impossible to ignore, and this is just the beginning. So, how do you do it? First, when you wake up, before even getting out of bed, close your eyes and visualize what you desire with absolute clarity. See every detail, feel every emotion, and make it as vivid as possible. Imagine what it would be like to start your day already living that reality. How would you feel? What would you do? Who would you be? Let those emotions fill your entire body. This isn't just a mental exercise, it's an energetic adjustment. By doing this, you're creating a new frequency for your life. Throughout the day, keep returning to this vision. Whenever you have a free moment, while waiting in line, during your commute, or during a break at work, close your eyes for a few seconds and reconnect with that feeling. This keeps your energy aligned and reinforces the message you're sending to the universe. The more often you do this, the stronger the impact will be. But here's the crucial part. During these 3 days, you need to eliminate anything that contradicts your new belief. This means letting go of complaints, worries, and especially self-criticism. If negative thoughts arise, and they will, because your brain will try to revert to old patterns, don't fight them. Simply acknowledge them and gently redirect your focus back to your vision. Think of it as tuning the dial of a radio to the right station. No matter how many times it slips off frequency, you can always readjust. If you're thinking, but this sounds challenging. Yes, it is challenging, because you're not just changing a single thought, you're rewriting a deep-seated pattern. You're creating new neural pathways, new routes in the map of your mind. Imagine walking through a dense forest for the first time. At the start, it's difficult. Every step requires effort. But over time, the path becomes clearer, easier to traverse. Eventually, it becomes so familiar that you don't even have to think. You just walk. That's exactly what happens when you commit to this practice. You're creating a new pathway where your brain learns that this new reality isn't just possible, it's inevitable. One important detail to remember is that this process isn't about denying your current reality. If you're facing challenges, whether it's a health issue, financial difficulties, or emotional conflicts, don't ignore them. Take practical steps to address them. Seek help if needed, but do so without letting these circumstances define who you are or limit your vision. You can address your current issues while continuing to nurture your new reality. The key is not to cling to your problems as if they're permanent. They're not. They're merely temporary, just a station on your path to transformation. And then comes the inevitable question, what if it doesn't work in 3 days? The answer is simple. Sometimes the changes are subtle at first. It may take more time to see significant results, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening. Think of planting a seed. In the first few days, you see nothing above the ground, but that doesn't mean it isn't growing. Beneath the surface, roots are forming, gaining strength, preparing to emerge. Your desires work the same way. What seems like invisible progress is actually laying the foundation for something far greater. Here's the secret that few understand. The real magic isn't just in what you achieve, but in who you become throughout the process. When you begin to live from this energy of possibility, something inside you changes. You become more confident, more creative, more alive. You start to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. And it's not just your life that transforms, the energy around you shifts as well. People notice your change, even if they can't quite explain it. You become a beacon of light, inspiring those around you to believe in the impossible too. So, why 3 days? Because that's the amount of time it takes to start breaking down the internal barriers you've built over years. During these 3 days, you're telling the universe and yourself that you're committed, that you're ready to change, that you're willing to step out of your comfort zone and embrace the life you truly desire. And most importantly, these 3 days are just the beginning. They're the catalyst for a new way of being, a new way of living. Because once you experience what it feels like to live aligned with your desires, you'll never want to go back to the old ways. Now that you understand the importance of reprogramming your mind and adjusting your energy to create the reality you desire, let's talk about an essential element that ties everything together: persistence with ease. This is where many people falter because they confuse persistence with exhausting effort or attempts to control every detail. But true strength lies in persisting with confidence, without the weight of anxiety. Persistence, in this case, means staying aligned, even when immediate results aren't visible. Think about what it would be like to adopt this mindset. Instead of feeling frustrated when you don't see instant changes, you choose to trust the process. You understand that just as a plant takes time to grow after it's planted, your intentions also have their perfect time to bloom. You water your seed daily with your thoughts, emotions, and inspired actions and trust that it will sprout at the perfect moment. And how do you maintain that trust? Through something simple yet incredibly powerful: paying attention to signs. The universe is always communicating with you, sending small signs that it's listening to your intentions. It might be an unexpected coincidence, a conversation that perfectly aligns with your goals, or even that sudden intuition that something good is coming. These signs are like reminders that you're on the right track, even if the results aren't visible yet. However, here's the crucial point. You need to be attentive to notice them. Too often, we're so caught up worrying about the when and the how that we overlook the confirmations the universe is already sending. It's like tuning into a radio frequency. If you don't adjust the dial and pay attention, you might miss the music that's playing. That's why, throughout this journey, it's essential to set aside moments to observe. Notice the small alignments. Appreciate every step, no matter how small it seems. Doing this not only reinforces your trust, but also creates a virtuous cycle of gratitude and positivity. And speaking of gratitude, its importance in this process cannot be overstated. Gratitude isn't just something you feel after achieving your goals. It's something you practice now, as if everything you desire were already part of your life. When you express gratitude for what's yet to come, as if it's already real, you redefine the way the universe responds to you. You shift out of the state of wanting, which implies lack, and into the state of having, which vibrates in abundance. During these 3 days and beyond, make gratitude a conscious habit. In the morning, give thanks for waking up healthy, for another day to live and create. At night, before going to bed, think of at least 3 things you are grateful for, even if they're simple, like a smile you received or the comfort of your bed. And take it a step further. Start giving thanks for the things you don't yet have, but know are on their way. Feel that gratitude as if it were real. Let it fill your heart. And when doubt arises, because it will, as part of the human experience, see it as an opportunity. Don't fight it. Acknowledge its presence, but choose to redirect your focus. Remember, you don't need to eliminate every negative thought. Your power lies in choosing which thoughts to nurture. Also, remember that life moves in cycles. Sometimes things seem to happen effortlessly. Other times, it may feel like nothing is moving. But that doesn't mean progress isn't being made. Just like the ocean's tides, energy flows in cycles. In moments of stillness, use the time to strengthen your vision, to replenish yourself emotionally, and trust that the next wave is on its way, carrying everything you've been working to manifest. Finally, there's something many people overlook: the power of celebration. Don't wait until you've achieved the big goal to celebrate. Celebrate every small win, every positive sign, every step forward. When you celebrate, you're telling the universe, I see the progress. I'm grateful for it. And the universe responds with even more reasons to celebrate. Persisting with ease, trusting the process, and celebrating each step are the ingredients that transform manifestation into a journey full of meaning and joy. You're not just moving toward what you desire, you're becoming the person you were born to be. And now, we've reached the conclusion of this journey, but not the end of the road. What you've learned here is only the beginning of something extraordinary. When you choose to live from your inner power, aligned with your desires and aware of your potential, you realize that you're not just manifesting external things. You're creating a new version of yourself, someone who lives with intention, courage, and purpose. But there's something crucial I want you to carry with you. This is not a one-time event. Manifesting the life you desire isn't about arriving all at once. It's about building, step by step, day by day, a new way of being. It's about waking up every morning and choosing once again to align your thoughts, feel the energy of what you want, and act with inspiration. Even when doubts arise, even when it feels challenging, because it's through commitment to this process that transformation happens. I want you to reflect on what it truly means to be the creator of your reality. This isn't a burden, but the greatest freedom you can have. It doesn't matter where you are right now, what you've faced, or what seems to be standing in your way. Everything can be transformed. And as you work to manifest your desires, remember this: the universe is already conspiring in your favor. What you want is also seeking you. So, my final invitation to you is this: start now. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment is now. Choose a desire, visualize it with clarity, feel as if it's already yours, take inspired action, and trust. And as you do this, celebrate every small step forward. Every move you make is a sign that you're on the right path. Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. What part of this message resonated most with you? What idea will you carry into your daily life? Share your favorite insight or phrase in the comments. It might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. And if this content helped you, don't forget to follow the channel to keep receiving messages that can transform your outlook on life. Together, we're creating a movement of positive energy, purpose, and infinite possibilities. See you next time.